What's good, y'all? Today we're gonna be talking about the absolute fucking GOAT of modern day rap, EsDeeKid. Yeah! The fucking GOAT! He makes the best music of all time, and he has the most sane and the best fan base I've ever seen in the entirety of hip-hop, in its entire history. Like, he has a fan base that rivals that of Tyler, the Creator's fan base and Cardi's fan base. Like, that's how good his fan base is. Like, his fan base is so dedicated to the message he pushes and to the quote-unquote music he puts out. Alright, I'm gonna stop fronting, right? I'm sorry. I can't lie for too long because even I can't take myself seriously. I'm gonna break character, okay? I can't just keep lying to your faces. EsDeeKid is a fucking joke. Well, let me just make this really clear, right? From the very start, before you leave a dislike and call me a fucking hater and say I'm just a denier of the absolute talent that UK rappers have. Okay. But yeah, anyway, his music isn't actually bad, okay? I recently checked out the Rebel album. The Rebel album that everyone fucking raves about. You know, the song with the blacked out like a phantom. Why did that sound Indian? Bro, I can't do a fucking Scouse accent, okay? But you know what? I'll get into my thoughts and feelings on the Scouse accent in a bit, because let me just say, that accent, it's a me problem, but I don't give a fuck, okay? I do not want to fucking hear that accent ever again. I don't understand why people from Liverpool can ever think that they sound good. You're from fucking Liverpool. Either way, okay? Despite the fact that I literally could not understand half of what he was saying because he was pronouncing every fucking word I was familiar with in a completely different way. Like, dude, I kid you not, on the first track of Rebel, right? For Ross, I saw the lyric Bourbon and Jurgen, right? What did I hear? Baby. Come on, man. I sound like a fucking racist right now, but I'm sorry. I acknowledge that it's a me problem. It's not something he can change. He can't just change his accent. But at the same time, dude, you're better off doing country than doing this shit, man. You sound fucking goofy as shit, especially when you're trying to sound tough. Like, I was raised in Liverpool slums. You probably say as slums or something. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce shit. Okay, judging by how you pronounce Jurgen as Jürgen. I don't know. Alright, just say it however the fuck you want, man. Say it however the fuck you want. It's not my position to judge. I'm just here to talk shit, especially of your fan base, because that's the main topic of today's video. I know I just spent like 3 minutes shitting on his accent, but I'll come back to it later. But holy shit, his fans, I think they're like the strongest evidence that Neanderthals and troglodytes still live among us. Like, it proves to us that the Homo erectus genus of the human species is still alive. Like, there's actual fucking baboons who go online and make these absolutely terrible videos glazing the fuck out of this Liverpool motherfucker, dude. Like, I know this is not just something that the EsDeeKid fanbase does. A lot of famous rappers and artists, you know, they have fan bases who create fan edits, they create thirst traps, you know, like a lot of fan bases do that. But with EsDeeKid, it's fucking different, okay? Because not only do they, for the most part, do this shit unironically, okay? They're not playing a character, but it's always the pastiest white boys who fucking do it too, and the most like non-gangster motherfuckers too, like the sweetest motherfuckers who make these types of videos. Like, it's always the most suburban motherfuckers. Like, that goes to show who this type of music appeals to, right? If you're white and you're from fucking Liverpool, don't think you're gonna get street cred or what the fuck the term is for that nowadays. I don't know what the fuck it's called nowadays, because, you know, with 21 Savage out there saying fuck the streets, I don't know what the fuck's going on in the streets anymore, okay? I'm not from the streets, and I'm grateful that I'm not from the streets. I don't pretend like I'm from the streets. Unlike these motherfuckers who put on a fucking balaclava or a ski mask and put on Nike tag and they're like, blacked out like a phantom. Music, money, and fashion. Kill yourself. Holy shit. I'm being fucking honest. Kill yourself. Honestly. You're not from the Liverpool slums like EsDeeKid. You're a fucking pasty white boy from the suburbs, you fucking dumbass. It's not even the white boys too. It's the fucking Indians. Even black people do that shit. Even the fucking Asians do it. My fucking people do it. Everyone fucking does it. You know, if there's one way to eliminate racism and to unite all races of planet Earth, the best way to do that would be probably to look at the EsDeeKid fanbase, because from looking at that, we can all infer that every single race has their problems, okay? We're all broken. We're all fucking retarded. We're all humans, dude. That means we're fucking retarded. That means people from our communities, from our families, are making TikToks to fucking EsDeeKid about how they're blacked out like a phantom or wearing LV sandals like this fucking Indian lady. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm not racist. I don't hate white people. It's just that you guys don't have a fucking identity of your own. So you're trying to play this fucking gangster hood motherfucker, even though you're a pasty white boy from the suburbs probably. Even if you're from the trenches, the ends, as the fucking Brits say it, okay? Even if you're from the ends, okay? If you have a fucking Scouse accent and you're white, the only type of people you're gonna attract is more white people. Let me just say, you're not gonna get any street cred. You're gonna play at the functions where all the pasty sweet Caroline motherfuckers are dancing and Never mind. I was gonna say something really bad, but never mind. I was gonna say something that was gonna get me cancelled, but you know what? I can control myself, okay? I'm not gonna say it. Enough on the fan base, alright? We all know the fan base is absolutely fucking abhorrent. It's corny as shit. And it's the sole reason as to why I probably won't ever take EsDeeKid seriously, and why EsDeeKid, in my opinion, is a joke, alright? When you compare him to other rappers, especially up-and-coming rappers. Bro, Che is less of a joke than fucking EsDeeKid, bro. And Che sounds like a rip-off Carti. That's how bad EsDeeKid's image has become because of his fucking fan base, okay? And because he's from fucking Liverpool. Like, I remember I saw this comment once, right? On albumoftheyear.com. Follow me on there, by the way. I make reviews frequently. But someone said that the Liverpool accent, the Scouse accent, is everything. Everything wrong with EsDeeKid? Yeah, I would agree with you, but it is not the redeeming factor when it comes to EsDeeKid's music, okay? The beats are. Because his producers are fucking amazing. Let me just say real quick, this is the only compliment I'll ever give EsDeeKid and his sound, okay? So, you know, absorb it, take it in, appreciate it, savor it. I don't give a fuck, okay? His producers, I don't think there was a single beat that missed on that project, alright? Every single beat hit. That's how incredible his producers were, alright? They fucking killed it. I'm not gonna lie. The same can't be said for EsDeeKid though. I mean, his flows were solid, I guess. Like, I didn't mind his flows. He wasn't offbeat at least. But come on, man. That Scouse accent and lyrics like, EsDeeKid, I'm from Mordor. You're from fucking Liverpool. You're from fucking Liverpool. You're from the fucking UK. So chop, 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 chop. It's such an accurate representation because you can't say you're from Mordor or that you're a warlord when you fucking stab people in Liverpool, dude. Are you serious, dude? Let me just make this clear as well, alright? I've already said this before, but I'm not a gangster. I'm not from the streets. I'm not from the hood. In fact, I was raised in a happy household, a stable household, okay? I had no problems with my childhood, you know, and maybe EsDeeKid actually did. Maybe he was actually struggling in poverty, but you cannot be saying corny as shit like you're from fucking Mordor. Like, that's not gonna fucking work. You're talking about GBP and you're saying you're from Mordor. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Sorry for being a bit harsh on EsDeeKid. I don't actually think his music is that bad. He does have potential. I do believe that. His fan base is just fucking abhorrent, and that accent and the lyrics he fucking puts out while speaking in that accent, they just don't mesh well, okay? You're fucking Scouse. Why are you saying you're from Mordor, bro? You're from fucking Liverpool. Come on, man. You don't gotta cap. You don't have to cap, man. You're not from fucking Chicago or Atlanta or from Section 8. You're not from a fucking Holocaust concentration camp, bro. You're not from fucking Mordor. Shut the fuck up. You fucking stab people. That's it. Holy shit. Even for someone like me, I can't help but feel insulted, dude. I'm not even about that life. I really do hope that EsDeeKid refines his sound and gets rid of this cringy ass persona he has put on, because I don't think I can take this guy seriously, honestly, if he keeps this up. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Call it hating, call it whatever the fuck you want, okay? I don't care. The point is, this guy, he has a long way to go before I take him serious, okay? Alright, y'all, that's it for today's video. I think I've spoken enough, okay? I'll see you guys soon. Bourbon!